All right, in this video, I'm going to show you a simple tool that I use to help me figure out how to price my items on eBay, what to pay for my items at the thrift store, and the profit margin that I have in order to either price my items competitively or to be able to lower my price when I need to move my inventory. Let's jump right in. So the tool that I'm referring to is called Terapeak, and this is a great tool for you to use, especially at the very beginning when you just don't have that much experience. So at the very beginning, you could use this tool to get a lot of data points so that you can make better decisions. It does give you a lot of information, but as you start to gain experience and start to do this over and over again, you're going to need it less and less because you're going to start to learn exactly what these items are selling for, and you're not going to have to refer back to this tool. But it is a great tool to use, especially when you come across new brands that you're unfamiliar with. It's going to give you a lot of data points that you can use. So here's where you find it. When you're logged in, you're going to hit the sell button at the top menu, and it's going to take you to your backend dashboard. And then here you're going to see a bunch of tabs for you to choose. And the one we're going to use is called research. As you can see right here, it says Terapeak product research. So you're going to click that. All right, so here you're just going to enter the exact item that you're looking for. You want to be as specific as possible to get the most accurate information. For this example, I'm going to look up Peter Millar Summer Comfort Polo. So right here under category selected, you want to make sure that you select the right subcategory so that you're getting the most accurate information. So polos is what I'm looking for. I'm going to hit apply. And if I'm looking for used shirts, as you can see, the average sold price right now says $29.52, but that's also including new shirts. And since I'm selling a used item, I want to make sure that under condition, I'm selecting pre-owned and hitting apply. So this is going to give you the accurate information. If you don't select this, then you might price your item too high if it's a used item, right? So you want to make sure that you select that. All right, so the very first thing that you see down here is the average sold price, which is $25. This is based off of all the items that have sold within a 90-day period. As you can see up here, there's a little toggle down menu. I have last 90 days selected, which is perfectly fine for this example. If the item has a lot of total items sold, then I'm okay with 90 days. But if it doesn't, then I expand the search to a little bit longer time frame, like last 6 months or a year. So in this case, we know that the item has an average selling price of $25. The sold price range here, basically it says 99 cents to $475, is basically saying that there has been items that have sold at 99 cents all the way up to a listing that sold for $475. And we can scroll down here to see exactly what that is. So average sold price here, I'm going to toggle this so that I can see what sold at $475. And as you can see here, it's a lot meaning that it was a few items sold in a listing, right? A lot of 8 items. So 8 shirts were sold in this listing. And that's why the price was so high at $475. And if I toggle it again, it's going to show me what sold at 99 cents. And sometimes here you'll see, or a lot of times when it's 99 cents, it's because it's an auction. So you might be thinking that the lot listings may skew the price, but because of the auctions and some selling at 99 cents, it averages out the price, right? The majority are just going to be regular listings, just selling one shirt. Next is average shipping, and this is just the average price that people are charging when shipping this item. 12% free shipping is basically saying that out of all the people that are selling this item on the platform, only 12% are offering free shipping. And then total sold, 3,856. All right, next is sell-through, 25.16%. The way that they calculate sell-through here is a little bit different than the way that I do it. I like to do it a simpler way, but basically what they're talking about here is that based on the total amount of inventory, 25% of that full amount of inventory have sold within the last 90 days. The way that I do sell-through, and I'll make a video about this a little bit later, but is more of a formula to calculate the likelihood of your item to sell within a 90-day period. It's a little bit different, but we'll talk more about that in another video. Total sellers, 1,734 people are selling this item, and total sales, 96,000. So as you can see, Terapeak gives you a lot of information, not just the average sold price, but the average sold price is a good starting point for you to be able to figure out where you want to price yourself when it comes to the market. Do you want to be right there in the middle of the pack? If you have a little bit more experience and you have a good, like a top rated plus status, and you've been on the platform for a long time, then you're probably going to want to price your item somewhere in the middle of the pack. You don't want to be over because your item's probably not going to move, and you might want to be a little bit under if you're starting out or you really want to move your inventory. So now we're going to get into profit margin, and you want to know profit margin because this is going to give you a better idea of how much to pay for your items at the thrift store, right? What we call the cost of goods. It's actually going to let you know how much you're going to get paid and how much room you have to be able to lower the price when you need to. When you need to because the item's not moving, or when you want to be a little bit more competitive in the market. So when it comes to profit margin, there's three things that are going to affect your profit margin: eBay fees, shipping cost, and the actual cost of goods. So I'm going to run through a few examples to show you how to get the profit margins. Now, the first thing you want to consider is how you ship. Do you charge for shipping? Like most people do, they're charging $6 shipping on these items, or are you offering free shipping? And if so, are you incorporating some of the cost of shipping or the entire cost of the shipping into your price? All right, so for this first example, we're going to say that you sold this Peter Millar shirt for $25. And now for this example, I'm just going to use what the average shipping is, which is $6. That's actually what I charge for shipping. So I'm going to add $6 to the total cost. And the reason I do that is because eBay is going to charge the fees based off of the total amount charged to the customer. So it's going to be the price of the item plus the shipping cost. So let's just say overall, you either charge $31 free shipping or you charged $25 plus $6 shipping. That brings it to a total of $31. And we're going to minus the eBay fees. Now, just for a guide, everybody's eBay fees are a little bit different based off of what they sell. If you have a store subscription, there's many variables that would fluctuate your eBay fees. But for this example, we're going to just use a general 15%. So $31 minus 15%. That means that eBay is charging $4.65 in fees. That brings the total to $26. Now we're going to minus the shipping costs because you're going to have to pay for shipping. That's going to be $6. Let's just say sometimes it's a little bit below and you can make an extra $1 on your shipping. But for the most part, it is around $6. That brings the total to $20.35. So we subtracted the eBay fees, we subtracted the shipping cost, and the last thing to give us our profit margin is the cost of goods. So at the store, if I had paid, let's say $6 for the shirt minus $6, that leaves me a profit margin of $14.35. Now, obviously there's more expenses that you might incur in your business, overhead costs, supplies and stuff like that. So everybody's case is going to be a little bit different, but we're just going to use this example as a general guide. So your profit margins are going to be $14.35 if you got this item at $6. Now let's say in the same example, $31 minus 15% in eBay fees minus the $6 in shipping, and you paid $10 for this item, right? Then your profit margin is only going to be $10.35. All right, but let's say now you don't sell it for $25. You actually want to sell it for $20 because you want to price it a little bit more competitively. So at $20, we're going to add the shipping. That brings us to $26. So in this example, let's say you either sold it at $20 to be a little bit more competitive, and you charge $6 shipping, or let's say you offer free shipping, you incorporated the $6 shipping charge in your price. So you're pricing your item at $26. So at this point, we're going to minus the eBay fees, which eBay is charging us $3.90. That brings us to a total of $22.10. And we're going to minus the shipping charge at $6. And that brings us to $16.01. That brings us to $16.10. So again, let's say you paid $6 for the shirt. That leaves you a profit margin of $10. And if you pay $10 for the shirt, then it only leaves you a profit margin of $6. So I like to make at least a $10 profit on every item that I get at the thrift store. So at $6, I'm okay selling this shirt for $20. So I can still make that $10 profit. All right, but let's run another example. Let's say this shirt has been sitting in your store for a really long time and you just want to get rid of it. So you want to sell it at $15. So you sell the shirt at $15 plus the $6 shipping charge, which brings you to a total of $21. Let's go ahead and minus the eBay fees, which in this case are $3.15. That brings you to a total of $17.85 minus the shipping. And again, let's say you got the shirt for $6. So it leaves you a profit margin of $5.85. So in this case, you're still going to make some money. The only time that I would dip lower into the $10 profit is if I want to sell the item really fast. At least at the very beginning, I think it's more important to get items that sell fast, as long as you're at least making a $5 profit, because you can go ahead and take that money, go right back to the thrift store, and you're at bat again, right? And you're just gaining more experience, right? So at the very beginning, I don't really worry too much about the profit margin, as long as I'm not losing money and I'm getting high sell-through items, because it's just gonna give me more practice. Also, when you're moving stuff in your store, it allows you to get to that top rated status a lot faster. It allows you to get feedback a lot faster, right? These are all things that are gonna help to improve your listings, your search ranking, right? So to me, it's most important that you're getting high sell-through items. I don't focus too much on making the most amount of money that I possibly can. I'm more focused on turning the item over as fast as I possibly can. So probably my safest bet for this item is not paying more than $6 for this shirt, because as you can see, running, best case scenario to worst case scenario, at worst case scenario, I can still make a $6 profit if I get this item at $6. But if I was to pay $10 for this item and then I can't sell it and I have to get rid of it at $15, then I'm not going to make a profit. And obviously you're going to want to get your items as cheap as possible, right? 50% off, get it for $3, or finding it at the bins. That makes a world of a difference for you to have more room to be able to play with the price. So now I just wanted to give you another example of an item that doesn't sell for that much, like the average sold price is a lot less, but it has a good high sell-through. So we're gonna look for Nike Pro Combat. I'm gonna choose here activewear tops. And again, I want to make sure that I'm selecting the pre-owned if that's what you're selling, a pre-owned item. So as you can see, the average sold price for this Nike Pro Combat shirt is basically $15. So we ran the example of selling the Peter Millar Summer Comfort shirt at $15 and how much room you have to make a profit. It's no different. It doesn't matter what brand it is. If the average sold price is $15, it's the same scenario. So the big difference here is that selling this Nike Pro Combat shirt at $15 is the best case scenario. If this shirt is not selling, you might have to drop the price to $12 to $10 to get rid of it, right? So that leaves you a lot less profit margin. So when it comes to something like this Nike Pro Combat, I will not spend more than $3 at the thrift store. I try to get it on half off days, or if you can pick it up at a garage sale or at the bins, you may be able to pick it up for $1, and you will still be able to make some profit with this item. But as you can see, knowing the average sold price allows you to get a better idea of what to pay for these items at the thrift store so that you don't lose money. Sometimes people think just because they get an item for $10 and they sell it for $15 that they're making money off of it. But you have to take into consideration the eBay fees, the shipping costs, and the cost of goods for you to truly know if you're making a profit on these items.